Hello. Whoop. Whoop. Second. just the same. And the wood, just the same. And the butterflies fly, but the buttercup's just the same. And the little red hen lies around all day. She lays her eggs in the new mown hay, and the katydids do what they do just the same. And the goldenrods march to the daisies down the lane. It must be heaven that I see, but there's one who waits for me, just to tell me that he loves me positively. Just to tell me that he loves me positively. Great. So we can see the comments, but we can't reply. We can't see any. We can only see the.
We're not allowed to reply to them.
We can reply.
We can see them, but we cannot reply to them. Don't ask us why.
Hello, YouTube contingent. That's so funny. Yeah, we cannot see replies to comments right now. We can any other night. Oh no, we can't see any Facebook comments. Are we even broadcasting on Facebook? Now we see them. Okay. Oh, hooray for Captain Spaulding. Indeed. We Just Couldn't Say Goodbye is requested, and That's Me Without You is requested by Steve. Do you know That's Me
Hi,
Without You?
Steve. I don't know that song. I know We Just Couldn't Say Goodbye. I'll go back and read the comments and I'll listen to that song. I'll find a record of it on YouTube or something. I've never heard it before. There's so many songs I don't know.
When skies are cloudy and gray. Well, it's gonna be high. They're only gray for a day. But I'm gonna do it for a lark. Wrap your troubles in dreams. It's gonna be fun. Dream your troubles away. If it's a train wreck, I'll change the key. The sunshine peeks through. There's just one thing to do. Wrap your troubles in dreams. Dream your troubles away. Castles may crumble, that's fate after all. Life is really that way. No use crumble, fight as we fall. Day to quit, but day till the sunshine peeks through. There's only one thing to do. Wrap your troubles in dreams and dream your troubles away. Skies are cloudy and gray. They're only gray for a day. Wrap your troubles in dreams and dream your troubles away. Then sunshine peeks through. There's only one thing to do. Wrap your troubles in dreams and dream your troubles away. Castles may crumble, that's fate after all. Life is just running.
Well, there's no use to grumble. Take things as they fall. Don't forget that you are king for a day. Remember, don't you? Just remember that sunshine always follows the rain. Wrap your troubles in dreams and dream all of your troubles away. Wonder who's at the door now that we're like a sitcom. Oh, maybe you should go back to the guitar. Mind switching back to the guitar for the next one? Who was at the door?
Hey, Prissy. Hi, Meredith. It was a special delivery, and we should see the special delivery blues. Ooh, Old Man of the Mountain. A funny night, Barry.
theoretically, we're playing at noon tomorrow. Anything
Yeah.
that we don't play that you guys requested tonight will show up on our next show. If we don't get to it tonight, we'll get to it.
We'll try. I mean, we do make a lot of false promises on
That's
this show.
true, we do. Yeah, I know you've been waiting to hear that song. You got to find me a sheet to it or a record so I can learn it. Record preferably, but if you can find the sheet, that would be helpful. Hi, Chuck.
You've been waiting
I've just
11
done-
years.
It's another song I don't know.
All right. If you love your sweetie-eyed, if you love your sweetie, I don't blame you. No, I don't blame you, for I love mine. If you're gonna brag, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you to get in line. You talk about your sweetie and brag about your sweetie. Let's talk about my sweetie now. I've listened to your raving, now you listen to my raving. There's gonna be some raving now. Just where your sweetie starts, my sweetie begins. If he's as good as mine, they've got to be twins. You talk about your sweetie, rave about your sweetie. Let's talk about my sweetie now. Please don't think I ever want to argue. To never argue. In fact, I don't. If I lay the simple facts before you, they'll never bore you. I know they won't. You talk about your sweetie, you brag about your sweetie. Well, let's talk about my sweetie now. I've listened to your raving, now you listen to my raving. There's gonna be some raving now. I say that your sweetie does the Charleston real fine. Well, he might have taken lessons from mine. You talk about your sweetie, you rave about your sweetie. Let's talk about my sweetie now. You brag about your sweetie. I've listened to your raving. Now you listen to my raving now. Just where your sweetie starts, my sweetie begins. If yours is as good as mine, they have to be twins. You talk about your sweetie, rave about your sweetie. Let's talk about my sweetie now.
There is one song I wanted to sing for Terry O'Hara, though. Maybe now is a good time to try that. Timbuktu, because that was the song that we were going to name the show after.
Oh, we almost had to
Timbuktu
name the
with a
show
question
Timbuktu.
Timbuktu?
We almost had to name the show Timbuktu because 2 nights ago, halfway through the show, I don't know why or how, but Terry's comment was displayed over Craig's face, and the comment was Timbuktu, and it was displayed in the picture over Craig's face, and for the life of me, I could not get rid of it no matter what I did. And then the camera's battery went out, and the picture went black, but Terry's comment was still there, displayed on the screen, displayed on the picture that was broadcast to everybody. The comment, Timbuktu. And then I changed the camera battery, and we got back online, and the picture returned the picture being me and Craig playing guitar, and the comment was still there. It was still displayed over Craig's face. It was Terry's comment, Timbuktu. So we figured we maybe had to change the name of the show to Timbuktu just to accommodate that comment, because it wouldn't go away no matter what I did. It was pretty funny at the time. I watched that show back and I just laughed and laughed and laughed.
You laughed? Did you laugh out loud? Did you LOL?
I did. I flowed.
I recently discovered that somebody said LOL in a comment to me, and that somebody was in the room when they typed it, and that person had not actually laughed out loud.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna sue, actually.
Yeah, well.
But I'm not litigious enough to do that. I would have a case, though.
I'm sure you could obtain counsel.
The person kind of chuckled like a clown. CLC.
Like Chuckles?
Well, no, not like Chuckles.
Oh, there should be different ones.
Yes,
That's
there
really
should
good.
be.
There should
BLD, braid like donkey, you know? Or,
BLD, MLC, moo like cow.
yeah, exactly, moved like cow. See, that's much more descriptive.
Wow, no, like chortled like Let's see. Wow.
BLI, babbled like infant.
BLI.
Long ago in old New Amsterdam, there lived a cousin of the Duke of Buckingham.
BLD.
His friends thought Buckingham to be a sport, so they cut the ham and called him Buck for short. One day Buck met a little cluck and he whispered loud and clear, in accents loud and clear, "Please marry me, my dear." She replied, "I will be your bride, but there must be no delay." And they were buckled up that day. Soon they had a lot of little bucks, and oh, how fast they grew. There was 1 buck, 2 bucks, 3 bucks, 4 bucks. No one knows how many more bucks. Mrs. Buck would play her ukulele every morn till 2. And while old man Buck was singing, all the little bucks were bucking, winging. When they had eggs for breakfast, Buck was out of luck. Each buck would eat a dozen, and a dozen cost a buck. The landlord tried to raise Buck's rent, but he couldn't raise a sou. So he backed up a motor truck and he said goodbye and he said good luck, and he moved his wife and all the little bucks to Timbuktu. When the bucks arrived in Timbuktu, a Zulu chieftain by the name of Buckaroo was waiting with a buckboard at the pier. And he said to Buck, "Pile all your bucks in here." Old man Buck was a fickle duck, 'cause the place looked mighty queer. The chieftain said, "Don't fear, 'cause I know you like it here." Just then Buck hollered, "We're in luck," 'cause he spied a great big sign that read, "The Buck beer here is fine." Soon they had a lot of little bucks, and oh, how fast they grew. There were 2 bucks, 4 bucks, 6 but 8 bucks, overfed and underweight bucks. Old man Buck got on a bucking bronco and away he flew. He'd always come home feeling frisky with a bucket full of Buckeye whiskey. The little bucks had never tasted chops or steak, 'cause Mrs. Buck fed all the bucks on homemade buckwheat cake. Old man Buck was such a funny sight, he was over 6'2". He looked like a big giraffe when he walked on the street. Why, it'd make you laugh, 'cause he looked just like a buck and a half in Timbuktu. Had eggs for breakfast, Buck was out of luck, 'cause each buck would eat a dozen, and a dozen cost a buck. The landlord tried to raise Buck's rent, but he couldn't raise a sou. So he backed up a motor truck, and he said goodbye, and he said good luck, and he moved his wife and all the little bucks to Timbuktu.
How much money is a sou?
A sou is like a cent.
Great. There's a lovely bud of beauty whom I long to call my bride, and my heart is never happy unless my baby is by my side. Her proper name is Rosie, but she puts the rose to shame. Most many night you'll hear me call her name. Rosie, you are my posy, you are my heart's bouquet. Come out here in the moonlight, there's some fine sweet things I long to say. Your honey boy is waiting, those ruby lips to greet. Don't be so aggravating, my blushing Rosie, my cozy sweet. You can talk about your roses and your sweet forget-me-nots, but that little girl named Rosie's got me Johnny on the spot. There's a fine high-sounding flower with a highfalutin name, but my blushing Rosie puts them all to shame. Rosie, you are my posy, you are my heart's bouquet. Come out here in the moonlight, there's some fine sweet things I love to say. Your honey boy is waiting, those ruby lips to greet. Don't be so aggravating, my blushing Rosie, my posy sweet. Rosie, you are my posy, you are my heart's bouquet, my heart's bouquet. Come out here in the moonlight, there's some fine sweet things I long to say. Your honey boy is waiting, those ruby lips to greet. Don't be so aggravating, my blushing Rosie, my posy sweet. My blushing Rosie, my posy sweet.
Would you start one without me while I'm absent for about 45 to 60 seconds?
Sure.
Great.
I'll sing a little song. Let's see. What's it gonna be? Meredith will be right back. Here's one. This whole blame town is upside down. There's moral scandal going round. 'Cause old Bill Blue is about to sue his Dinah for divorce. Miss Dinah went to a ball last night and she didn't come home until broad daylight. But Dinah said that she had the right to pay her friend a call. Bill heard the door and he reached for his gun and right downstairs he came. But he begged that gentleman's pardon when Miss Dinah did exclaim, well, he's just an old friend of the family and a mighty good friend at that. Now why can't a friend of the family stop in for a social chat? Man, you just can't imagine what a friend he's been, although he ain't no kin to me. Don't try to make something out of nothing, shucks, he's just a friend of the family. Bill called the family friend aside, said, I don't mean to hurt your pride, but the farther away from her you stay, well, the better friends will be. And then Dinah called out good and strong and said, I can't see where it's wrong to kiss a friend that's been a friend like that friend's been to me. It is a long, sad story, Bill, on that you must agree. Why, he was mother's second cousin, man. He was a father once to me, Well, he's just an old friend of the family and a mighty good friend at that. Now, why can't a friend of the family stop in for a social chat? Man, you just can't imagine what a friend he's been, although he ain't no kin to me. So don't try to make something out of nothing, shucks, he's just a friend of the family. Well, he's just an old friend of the family and a mighty good friend at that. Now, why don't a friend of the family stop in for a social chat? Man, you just can't imagine what a friend he's been, although he ain't no kin to me. Don't try to make something out of nothing, shucks, he's just a friend of the family.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Oh, is that it? We're ending
Well,
with
it's
that?
8:42. You want to do a different one?
That's... Yeah, you got something to sing? Or
Sure.
we'll probably be here tomorrow at noon for brunch. If something happens and we cannot be here, it will be announced on this web page or this Facebook page or in the page of the first book on your bookshelf that you happen to open, if our magic trick worked. Go to the first book in your bookcase that you see, open it, and you will find out whether or not we're playing tomorrow at noon. And you can thank the magic kit that I bought at the magic store for that wonderful trick.
Guess where do you think I'm going when the wind starts blowing strong? Guess where do you think I'm going when the nights start getting long? I ain't going east, ain't going west, I ain't going over the cuckoo's nest. Bound for the town that I love best, where life is one sweet song. Way down yonder in New Orleans, where the land of dreaming scenes, there's a garden of Eden, that's what I mean. Where little babies with flashing eyes, softly whispering What do you think I'm thinking when I'm thinking all night long? I ain't thinking this, I ain't thinking that, I ain't thinking about your hat. My heart don't start to pitter-pat unless I hear this song. Oh, way down yonder in New Orleans, in the land of dreamy scenes, there's a Garden of Eden, that's what I mean. Creole babies with flashing eyes, softly whispering tender sighs. Stop, why don't you give your lady fair a little smile? Stop, you bet your life you'll linger there a little while. There are angels right here on earth with little blue jeans, way down yonder in New Orleans. The orange blossoms, sweet aroma, and the strains of La Paloma seem to put you in a coma when the shadows play. Again I see a señorita, you know what I mean. She can shake her tambourina, so they say. Way down yonder in New Orleans, in the land of dreamy scenes, there's a Garden of Eden, that's what I mean. Creole babies with flashing eyes, softly whispering tender sighs. Stop, why don't you give your lady fair a little smile? Stop, to linger there a little while. There are angels right here on earth wearing little blue jeans, way down yonder in New Orleans. Good. The orange blossoms, sweet aroma, seem to put you in a coma. And the strains of La Paloma let play. Again I see a peach arena, dance the you know what I mean. She can shake her tambourina. You see, say, way down yonder in New Orleans, in the land of dreamy scenes, there's a Garden of Eden, that's what I mean. Creole babies with flashing eyes, softly whispering tender sighs. Stop, don't you give your lady fair a little smile? Stop, you bet your life you'll linger there a little while. There are angels right here on earth wearing little blue jeans, way down yonder in New Orleans. Way down yonder in New Orleans.
Wow. Terry O'Hara is in the 60s. Well, say hi to Woodstock for me. The 60s were crazy times. We're in the year 2003 here.
We're almost catching up.
Yeah, we were mustard, but now we're ketchup.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever year you happen to be in, please consider throwing a tip in whatever currency is most valued in your time. Maybe it's a doubloon. Maybe it's a walking Liberty $50, you know. But always adjust for inflation. Thank you so much for listening. We love you guys. We'll be here hopefully tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, most likely. But maybe not.
That sounds promising.
Bye.
Bye.